There we go. Hello, everybody. We're on AMVETS Live every third Tuesday. I had to get it straight here. What day is it today?
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday across the state of California. We feature posts with AMVETS Department of California. This is the very first one we've done, Commander, that has been, you brought everybody together. So everybody came together. You're gonna have a meeting right after we do the AMVETS Live, and the post ED and interim ED right now with Ross Smith, they like to celebrate the wins of the post. Let's not just talk about department. Let's not talk about what we need to do for the good of order, but let's talk about the post. So we'll go out and visit each location. Commander, you want to start us in the salute to the flag and to our country? And Commander,
Please stand for salute of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Seated.
so as we started the podcast and the stream, which you can find at amvetsca.org each month, seeing different posts of AMVETS throughout the state of California. This is post 96, and post 96 in Eureka, California. And we're in a beautiful renovated Veterans Memorial Building. It is a very nice building. I got a nice tour, and this is a crown jewel for you all. And we wanted to introduce everybody first on the panel up front. Pierre, I've met you before in the writers. Mark, I think you were in the writers group that brought in AMVETS 1 when we rolled through Eureka. And I'm sure Dan, you were there as well, Commander. Yep. And so we wanted to, oh, and we got
Alex,
something about Alex. We got a problem there. Yeah. Stand by. Go back to the podcast. Oh, it was there we go. Oh, we're still there. We're still there. It just bumped off the screen. There we go. This is the technical things you go through when you're using a computer.
Welcome
As you
to
can
home.
imagine, Commander. So, Commander, in Vietnam War, you lost your voice box. And he communicates through an iPad. So thank you for your patience. But this is a way that we can communicate, and everybody here in Post 96 is very familiar with it. And I believe it's your wife. She's here. Yeah, right back here. Yeah. Oh, lurking behind the flag back here. Oh, there she is. Perfect. So post 96, this is a very unique, and I see Tom Tace just came in here too. So they're going to have a meeting right after we do this stream. And thank you for joining us on Facebook. And what's unique about this is a lot of times, a lot of people don't know, what do AMVETS do? And that's what we're here to tell the general community what we do and what we're doing here in Eureka. So Commander, you have something you want to?
We are majority of riders in the post.
Perfect. So the riders we were talking about when AMVETS 1, when the tour came through with the bus, and we were talking about veteran suicide, the riders, you men and women escorted us from the mountains coming over the hills and brought us into town. And I can't tell you how many tears were on the bus. Even the bus driver, John Coons. It's an exhilarating experience, and our whole hope with AMVETS 1 is to be able to touch one life and save a life. And we don't know who that person is and what they're going through. So we're always trying to make a difference, and you truly made a difference in that day. We appreciate it. And Commander, as he's typing here too, Pierre, I understand your company did a lot of work in this building, the veteran.
Oh, yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
did all the tile work
Tile work.
and
This is
renovation of the old.
beautiful.
Yeah, this was a prize. This is a $17.5 million grant
Wow.
to redo this whole place, and they really did a nice job.
And you do your meetings right here.
Yes, sir.
And there's a bar right here attached to the spot that's for AMVETS.
They call it the AMVET bar.
The AMVET bar, there you go. The VFW has a bar down below. It's a very beautiful renovated building, and you should be very proud.
It was built for the Spanish-American War
Oh, wow.
veterans, actually.
Wow. And Commander, you had something to add to that?
I'm going to hand off to my vice and others to give a talk on what we have done here in the 12 years since we chartered.
So post 96, and maybe Dan, do you want to lead with that? With Commander's, his
Mark.
directive, or Mark,
Oh.
I'm sorry, Mark. I've got so many names. Yeah,
We'll
Mark.
say our names.
We've had a lot of activities. I don't remember when we
I
did
think
it.
he was talk a little bit,
We've redid a flagpole at the Ocean View Cemetery. And Pierre did the tile work, and all these guys were involved in it.
Yeah,
So it was originally erected in 1929. And so we maintain it. Keith, we do chapter rides,
yeah,
and we just did one, and Keith is, he's more on top of what's.
on the
With the
chapter
chapter
rides. Yeah,
rides.
Keith, if you step up and share.
Sure. Couple Saturdays ago, I don't remember the date, we all met at the Renner service station on Broadway, South Broadway, and rode out to Willow Creek. And there was 5 of us. It was Mark and Carol, his wife, myself, and Frank and a friend, Gary, that rode along with us, and we went to Willow Creek, which is approximately 35 miles east,
Yeah,
and had a great lunch. Really good ride. We were in between the storms. And,
oh, yeah. Oh, this was just recently.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we came home, and it was a lot of fun.
Beautiful, and I think that's one thing with AMVETS, it's a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah.
And a spot to continue to serve your community,
Mhm.
just like you served in the military as well, so I think. And maybe Pierre, maybe adding to that, how did you first get involved with AMVETS? And what does it mean to you every day that you do something with your fellow friends here? with
Well,
AMVETS?
thanks for having us here, first off. The thing is, with how I got into it was through my friends and being a veteran involved in a lot of veteran programs around town. And I was gonna say at the end of my talk that this is a fine group of men and women, and we share a lot of love, and we're strong. We're not a weak bunch, might be old, but we're strong in the community, well-known in the community. If I can real quick, we have programs we developed along with close ally is the local Elks 652 in Eureka.
Yeah.
Has veterans group, and we raise a lot of money through grants, but we funded and founded the Veterans Pantry in the local clinic where veterans can come in and get free food. And if they're take a shot and they have a reaction, they have food to eat. You know, we supply that twice a year, running about $1,000 a year. We have the Mad River Honor Guard, which Mark will talk about. We do the Veterans Day McKay Run, raising money for the stand down, I believe, but I might be wrong. And we support UBNC, United Bikers in Northern California. We set up a deal at Cal Poly where the Cal Poly University, the Veterans Center over there had used furniture, junk. And we went in and got all new desks for them, paid for all that, set it up for them. We do a car show once a year, and we raise about $4,500 profit out of that car show. And that car show goes to fund the stand down 2 meals
Okay,
and some of the other monies we raised. We help the clothing department to stand down. We have the drivers and the committee that does the driving, bringing vets there and back if they don't have transportation.
to the VA for service.
Yeah, and to the stand down for the weekend.
Oh, for the stand
Yeah.
okay.
And Frank's done that for years, and
If Frank's there?
Frank's
There's
here.
Frank right there. Thank you,
Yeah.
Frank.
We work side by side with the local veterans counties out in Renee. We guide veterans to her and she sets them up. We've helped through with Renee about 2,200 local vets in the last probably 3 years. We also we work with a group that raises grant money, and we have we supplied $4,000 for food for people locally and other programs, and we always are there to help when we are called on. If somebody needs help, a guide, a tour bus coming in or something that has veteran things applied to it, we help them. We also have a group, a grassroots group called Humboldt Heroes, the only one in California. We established it. 3 guys established it, 1 lady, and then they were having a hard time. AMVETS jumped in. Now we go set up every weekend, the last weekend of every month on Friday. We support and recognize through TV, the newspaper, and a short ceremony, present them with a plaque, and we honor them. And this is, like I say, it's grassroots group organization, and we hope someday it might go national.
Yeah.
We're hoping somebody will pick us
How long
up.
ago did you start that?
It'd be the 7th or 8th year now.
7th or 8th year?
Yeah, and it started with 3 people. Now, when AMVETS came on, we just made them grow. And it gets recognized every week, every month, I mean. AMVETS is in the local newspaper all the way over to Reading and in that areas. And we, just to cut it off, I could go on and on. It's for a little group, we are amazing, and I don't mind saying it. These are fine people with their hearts dedicated to what we do.
Yes.
But our new major project is we all work together. We all work together. We got a $3,000 grant. We donated. We're doing a major project for the Boys and Girls Club. It's an after-school program for in the projects. And even in Humboldt, we have projects. And this project takes the kids from the schools, bring us to this little house, and they take care of the children until the parents are off work. They feed them, they give them love, and real good thing that they do for them, and the parents come and pick them up.
It's like way beyond the Americanism.
Way
Yeah.
beyond. This
This
is
is
part
a
of
program, yeah.
building the future,
Yeah.
and they'll know this name. They'll know that AMVETS was there, the veterans of the Elks were there, and their parents really are the ones that know.
Yeah.
Because they're mostly our age or my age.
They make them.
But I'll let my friends and brothers and sisters go on here. I could go on, but I love it.
I know Commander had something to say.
We were big part of getting Arcata City to take the Earth flag off the top of the city flagpole. We had to go to court to get it done.
We were going to march on with the wheelchair people in front.
And you're a very passionate group, and I know in the state of California, you're the only riders group in AMVETS. I think, Brian, you got your trike parked right out front, right? Oh, that's Mark's. That's Mark's trike.
Yeah.
Parked up there. You got a dog, right? Do you have a dog, Mark?
Cats.
Oh, you have cats. Okay. Your cats have left a couple little marks on there in the back seat. But a real passionate group of riders. And like I said, it warmed our heart when we came through, and I think people in this community see you rolling around and hear the thunder of the engines and know that the AMVETS are going to work in their community and doing amazing things, as you just pointed out, Pierre. If someone has anything to say too, if there's something you want to add to, yeah, please stop by. When is the stand down? Every year here, and I think if you want to take that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Stand-in is the last weekend in September usually. The AMVETS have been doing transportation for years. Back 11 years, I believe, we've done transportation. We provide drivers. The stand down actually provides homeless veterans with all the services they need. Medical, dental, hygiene, new sleeping bags, new tents, whatever a veteran needs. It's a 3-day function. They can come and stay there, and it helps all the veterans in Humboldt County.
Animal care also, yeah.
We have animals there.
Yeah.
And we provide transportation to and from any places in Humboldt County to get them there.
And I might have missed it. Where is it hosted?
It is hosted at the Humboldt County Fairgrounds.
The fairgrounds.
Ferndale,
Okay,
and it's a 3-day event, and we encourage all veterans to come to it.
beautiful. And they can find out more information. Let's say somebody's watching this and they know a veteran in this area and they want to make sure they're plugged in. Where do they find this information? Where can they find it online?
Humboldt Cal Poly has a website, The Humboldt County stand down, all you have to do is log on to it.
Okay, perfect. We'll have more information on it. And the, and that's, and I know there's others, Pierre, I know you got notes.
No,
You got a lot of notes. And there's a lot of things that you guys do.
I would like to
Yeah,
speak
pop
about,
up, yeah,
thank you. I'd like
and
to,
introduce yourself.
good. My name is Ayala Lawerence, and wife of the commander. I was secretary for a while. I've been replaced by the able-bodied Mark. But I call everybody, remind everybody, I'm the cookie mommy. What I wanted to speak about is the wall. Our group was instrumental in getting the traveling Vietnam Wall to come to this county. That was such a huge project, and they were such a wonderful, basically pair of guys we worked with. The driver of the truck and the man who knew everything. He knew where everything was, and he had the whole routine down. We went to the local tribe, Bear River, and they gave us a space on the reservation to set up the wall. And it overlooked the entire valley that Ferndale is part of our local town. Very beautiful location, and the wall just fit in there. There was about 5 feet to spare. And it took us like 20 minutes to set up because we worked together really well as a group. They were pretty astounded. Then we went around to the community and rather than ask for specific things, I would take our Rolodex and call folks and say, the wall is coming. Is there anything you'd like to contribute? And people offered above and beyond what I would have dared to ask for. One of the most astounding was the local lily growers. And they said, send a pickup truck. So we sent a pickup truck and it came back loaded to the gunnels with lilies. And then the man who was the organizer of the entire event dug around in the back of the truck and pulled out big, beautiful buckets. So we had big, beautiful buckets stationed all along the wall with huge bunches of lilies. And we gave those out to the people who were there for the last day of the wall before it was taken down. We were busy. We were so busy. The only time there was nobody around was at 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon for about a half an hour. People must have come home from work, taken a shower, changed clothes, and headed back over again.
Yeah, and you know all too well, it's not easy to get the wall to come to your
No.
community. It's very hard to get it, so you must have been doing
It just
something.
slid right in here.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
there
get them
were
to-
troubles.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
to
were.
get them to actually come to your community, because there's so many people that ask.
And we escorted them 20 miles of motorcycles everywhere on the
Beautiful.
highway and
Beautiful.
flags and hanging off of every overpass.
Yeah,
Crowds of people and flags and welcome signs. It was, I go over to the reservation every year or so and find the head in charge over there and thank them again. Because it was such a privilege to have a beautiful space for this very drawing event.
and being from Vietnam, Commander, what did that mean? And also Pierre, and all of you, yeah, a lot of Vietnam veterans. What did that do for you, Commander? To see that and having your wife involved with the project, I'm sure it meant a lot. And if anybody else, what does that mean for you? And I know you lost brothers and sisters during Vietnam, and that was probably some of you that maybe haven't been back to see the actual wall. The communities, I see people that get that visit, it means a lot.
It meant a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah,
We watched it 24 hours a day.
3 Purple Hearts.
Yeah.
Right there, I saw your.
Well, I know many on the wall, so it was very moving for me. My wife had a real blessing.
What did it do for you, sir? And I know that you've been through a lot and you're still here, serving your community, still serving today.
Yes, well, the wall coming here was really great for me. There are a lot of veterans that still cannot bring themselves to go see the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, when it was at Bear River, I talked to a couple guys that stopped, they just couldn't do it. There's no way they could walk up to it. Myself, my unit, no, I lost 11 friends and they're all on that wall. So it's pretty moving for me.
Yeah.
And I understand for a lot of vets they were talking about, even ones that couldn't actually walk up to the wall, they just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
We're talking about, so it was a great thing to have come to Humboldt County.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times too, what I love about the touring wall is that it introduces a community to the history. A lot of people have a conception of Vietnam, and a lot of times too, when you talk to young people, they don't know, they only know what they hear or read in social media. So to be able to have that education process, especially to young people, there's probably a lot of families there that came out, yeah, and I think it's great. That's why I love the Americanism program that AMVET supports. I think that more, we have to educate our youth. And we have to educate also too, I think the veterans, I put myself in the spot, we serve veterans, that's what we do. As a community member, that's what I do. I'm not a veteran myself, but I think how can I serve veterans to do a better messaging and be able to get the word out to the general community like myself? There's a lot of things that I discovered just meeting veterans and going to the meetings and finding out, how can I help also? And I think community members, as you see this on Facebook or you're at amvetca.org, it's the same way. How can I help? How can I send a truck full of lilies? What can I do to support as a community member? And Commander, you have something? It's technology.
I spent most of my time at the wall helping family find names of loved ones on the wall.
We all did that. We all had a different thing. Had to watch it 24 hours a day too. It always had to have someone there. And the Bear River casino there and the people, the tribe, donated the money. We couldn't quite come up with thousands of dollars it cost.
Yeah.
And they not only gave us a really nice place to park everything and set up the wall, they gave us the extra money we needed.
No, to cover.
So that was a great blessing.
Yeah.
And I know for me, being in amongst these guys, man, they touch your heart because they're especially the Purple Heart guys. And if we're riding along, going like the Sturgis or something, and you're wearing your AMVET stuff, and a little kid this big comes up to you, and he pulls on your shirt, and you look down and you go, yeah, what? And he goes, thank you, sir, for your service. I don't get that in California, but as soon as I'm out of this state and going across the country, and Frank probably knows more than I, because he's always gone, but the youth of America are coming along strong because of America and AMVETS and people like us that go out and support the veterans.
Yeah.
You know, we go clear across America. We don't sit in our little town.
Mhm.
It's not a big town.
But that's a truck coming from Eureka across the country. Just coming here is
It's a job.
It's a job.
Yeah.
But and as you said it too, we have to educate
The youth of
because youth
America,
have to
yeah.
understand. They read and hear everything online and through social, and there's a lot of negative that's put out online. And that's where they're absorbing. So more and more that we can do to educate our youth. And that's why we want to tell the story. And we would tell the story to mom that might be catching this so she can educate them to what our veterans are doing for the community and what they're doing for us right now overseas and serving our
What
country.
they might have to do some other day in the
Yeah.
future, you don't know.
Don't know. And is there somebody that would want to share what got you started as a member? We're always trying to figure out how do we get maybe a serviceman or woman that comes out of the service today to join a service organization, because probably all of you didn't join right away. Yeah, Brian, maybe add to that. But
Yeah, Lance, thanks.
Yeah.
My name's Brian Grayling, and I'm the treasurer for this post. And it's a real honor to be a part of this group. Really like these guys. We work very closely with a lot of the American Legion units around here and the VFW, and trying to coordinate.
Elks too.
And the Elks, very much so, trying to coordinate different activities. And with our district commander, Tom Pye here, off to my left, you're right. He's currently involved in a project down in Garberville there to try to get their vets hall rebuilt. You know, it went into deterioration over a period of time, and monies were held back, and so he's very instrumental, and he's got a big bark and a big bite, and he puts it to work. So.
And after 9 years of not having a hall down in Garberville, they decided that the bid went out and the Construction will start this spring for a new home.
Yes.
Spring, yes. That's awesome.
And you gotta fight for what you believe in.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you
Gotta
gotta stick to
stand
it.
up and speak up.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
So, and new members, we encourage them all the time. These are the reasons why you get involved.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, and some of you that maybe joined later in life, you might find that maybe is the thing that's missing in your life. You were so engrilled to serve and you enjoyed that time, or maybe you wanted an escape from that time for a while.
Yeah.
But there'll be a time as a young member, maybe Brian, speak to that. How does a young member get involved? And what does that look like? And one, if you got a motorcycle, you know, this is the group to
Absolutely.
be
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
post 96.
It seems to be real hard to try to get the younger members to join
Yeah,
because they're just not joiners, you know? They have other things and activities going on, or they got families and, you know, a lot of us have more spare time to be able to participate in things like that. And I just think that it's necessary for us to keep prodding along each time we have activities and we see a younger veteran, to hand them a flyer and invite them to at least show up, come to our meetings, and you know, give them a pat on the back for their service and recognize that part. So
exactly. Just inviting them to
Exactly.
be a part of it.
that
have
personal
yeah.
invite is very
Yeah,
important.
very important.
There's also non-writing members that we try to recruit too.
Yeah, that'd be a
They're
problem.
welcome. There's a writers group and then there's the original AMVET chapter that, you know.
Post.
Yeah, we
Post
have
96,
supporters.
yeah.
You know, like, and then also our auxiliary group, which is was active and trying to help keep things together.
Sure.
And, Tom Patterson over here, he's been a member of AMVETS for quite some time, and he kind of keeps us together on our meeting procedures, you know? We drift off at different times and he pulls us back together.
Is it point of order and good of order? Oh,
Yes,
That's him.
That's him. We're coming up on our time. It goes so fast.
It
It
does.
goes so fast. And again, you're the very first where we brought a whole group together and talked to post. I know today doing a special meeting because of our AMVETS stream. Not everybody could be here, but you got a good group. Almost everybody's here. And I know you're gonna have a meeting right after this, so we'll be wrapping up. It's been our pleasure to be here in Eureka and be able to shine a light on post 96 and be able to hear it from the heart, you know, and Pierre, you know, you gave it from the heart and everybody else did. And it needs to be told. And I think a lot of times people need to understand that they feel uncomfortable when you approach a veteran and you say, you know, thank you for your service, because they feel like we're.
Thank you for the opportunity to get our word out.
And for your
Absolutely.
service.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And we want to say from the bottom of our heart and from the department, thank you for your service. And thank you for everything that you're doing with the post, encouraging other posts out there to say, hey, we could do that. Why don't we start a group, a writers group, or why don't we do that to help our community? So we're very excited how involved, and I think Ross was over the moon, interim ED, that we're coming to Eureka. This was exciting because this is one that he wanted celebrated. So Ross, we brought it to you.
And we want to thank Bernadette for making.
Yeah, I
Yes.
that.
Bernadette.
With us, you know, so that we can get this ball rolling with Alex and
Yeah.
us, and really appreciate that.
And staying on top of it. And Bernadette will stay on top of it. She's
Yes,
like
she will.
she's like a pit bull. If she gets a hold of it, she's not gonna let go. She's gonna get it done. And Bernadette, you got it done. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. And keep in mind, every third Thursday of the month, we're here with AMVETS Live and we bring the post to you. And if you're joining us on Facebook and you're in the community and you're not a part of a veterans organization, but you're a community member like myself, there's ways you can support your fellow veterans and get involved with AMVETS or any veteran service organization to support our veterans today. Thank you so much. And it was an absolute pleasure, Commander. Thank you for having everybody here, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you.